You probably grew up hearing the same thing: drink your milk, it'll make your bones strong. And when you're a kid, that makes sense. Milk gives you calcium, it gives you protein, it contains several important nutrients. But here's the question nobody really asks. Once you're an adult, do you actually need milk? If you stopped drinking milk tomorrow, would your bones become weaker? Would you become calcium deficient? And what about people who never drink milk at all? Because here's where things get interesting. Millions of perfectly healthy adults around the world consume very little milk, and some don't drink it at all. At the same time, milk can absolutely be a nutritious part of your diet. So, is milk an essential food, or is it simply one convenient way to get nutrients your body needs? Let's find out. Part 1. What milk actually gives your body? First, let's give milk some credit, because nutritionally, milk has a lot going for it. 1 cup of cow's milk provides roughly 8 grams of protein. And this isn't just any protein. Milk contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein. Your body uses those amino acids to maintain muscle, repair tissues, and support many everyday functions. Then there's the nutrient everybody associates with milk: calcium. A typical cup of milk provides around 300 milligrams of calcium, although the exact amount depends on the product. Calcium helps maintain your bones and teeth, but it also plays important roles in muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and other functions throughout your body. And milk can provide more than calcium. Depending on the type and whether it's fortified, you may also get vitamin D, vitamin B12, phosphorus, potassium, riboflavin, and other nutrients. So yes, milk can absolutely be nutritious, but being nutritious and being necessary are 2 very different things. Part 2. Do adults actually need milk? Here's the important distinction. Your body needs nutrients. It doesn't necessarily need one particular food. Think about protein. You need protein to survive. But you don't need chicken specifically. You could get protein from fish, eggs, beans, lentils, tofu, yogurt, meat, and many other foods. Milk works the same way. Your body needs calcium. It needs protein. It needs vitamins and minerals. But those nutrients don't have to come from milk. For example, calcium can also come from foods like yogurt, cheese, calcium-set tofu, certain leafy greens, canned fish with edible bones, and fortified foods and beverages. Protein is available from countless foods. Vitamin D can come from fortified foods and other dietary sources, while your body can also produce vitamin D when your skin is exposed to sunlight. So if you're eating a balanced diet and getting enough of the nutrients you need, you don't have to drink milk simply because you're an adult, but that doesn't mean you should automatically stop drinking it either. Part 3. What about your bones? This is probably the biggest concern. We've connected milk with strong bones for generations, and there is a reason for that. Calcium is extremely important for bone health. Your bones aren't just dead structures holding your body together. They're living tissue. Throughout your life, old bone is continuously broken down and new bone is formed. As you get older, maintaining bone strength becomes increasingly important. But here's the mistake. Calcium isn't the entire story. Your bones also depend on vitamin D, protein, physical activity, hormones, genetics, age, and your overall diet and lifestyle. And there's one thing people sometimes underestimate: exercise. Walking is great for your health, but resistance training and other weight-bearing activities can be especially useful for maintaining strong bones as you age. So drinking 3 glasses of milk while spending your entire day sitting on the couch isn't some magical bone health strategy. Milk can help provide nutrients that support your bones, but it's one piece of a much bigger picture. Part 4. What happens if you stop drinking milk? Suppose you drink milk regularly and tomorrow you decide, that's it, no more milk. What's going to happen? For most healthy adults, probably nothing dramatic. Your body isn't going to suddenly panic because you skipped your morning glass of milk. The real question is, what replaces it? If you remove milk but continue getting enough calcium, protein, vitamin D, and other important nutrients elsewhere, you may be completely fine. But imagine milk was one of your biggest sources of calcium and vitamin D. You remove it and replace it with nothing. Now your overall nutrient intake could decrease. That's why simply labeling foods as good or bad can be misleading. You have to look at your entire diet. Part 5. Why some adults don't feel great after drinking milk. Now we need to talk about something millions of adults experience: lactose intolerance. Milk contains a natural sugar called lactose. To digest lactose properly, your small intestine produces an enzyme called lactase. But for many people, lactase production decreases after childhood. When lactose isn't properly digested, it can move into the large intestine, where bacteria ferment it. And that's when you might experience bloating, gas, stomach cramps, or diarrhea. And here's something worth knowing: lactose intolerance is incredibly common worldwide. So if drinking a big glass of milk sends your stomach into full-on protest mode, you're definitely not alone. And lactose intolerance doesn't necessarily mean you have to avoid every dairy product. Some people can tolerate small amounts. Others do better with yogurt or certain cheeses. And lactose-free milk can provide many of the same nutrients as regular milk without the same amount of lactose. It's about finding what your body tolerates. Part 6. Can milk help with muscle? This is one area where milk can be genuinely convenient. Milk provides high-quality protein containing both whey and casein. If you're exercising, especially doing resistance training, getting enough protein throughout the day helps your body repair and maintain muscle. That doesn't mean you need to start carrying a gallon of milk around the gym, but milk can be an easy way to add protein to your diet. A glass with breakfast, milk in a smoothie, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. There are plenty of options. And again, if you don't consume dairy, that's okay. You can get protein elsewhere. Part 7. So, should you drink milk? Now we can finally answer the big question: is milk really necessary for adults? For most people, no. Milk itself isn't a nutritional requirement, but the nutrients it provides absolutely matter. And that's an important difference. If you enjoy milk, digest it comfortably, and it fits your diet, there's no reason you need to stop drinking it. It can be an affordable and convenient source of protein, calcium, and several important nutrients. But if you don't like milk, if you're lactose intolerant, if you avoid dairy, or you simply prefer something else, you can still build a healthy diet without it. You just need to make sure you're getting those important nutrients from other foods. The ending? Maybe the better question isn't, do adults need milk? Maybe it's, am I getting the nutrients my body needs? Because nutrition isn't about finding one magical food that keeps you healthy. It's about the bigger picture. Milk can be part of that picture, but it doesn't have to be. So the next time somebody tells you that every adult needs to drink milk for strong bones, you'll know the real answer is a little more complicated. Now, I'm curious, do you still drink milk regularly, or have you switched to something else? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy simple, science-based explanations about the foods you eat every day, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.